All right, what's happening, everybody? So I'm doing a test here. I want to test to see how much the epoxy is going to run down the top of this guitar, because it is an arch top guitar and liquid rolls downhill, right? So am I gonna have enough thickness here, and is it going to be too thick over here if it's running down the high point of the guitar? So in order to do that test, I got some pieces of veneer and I laminated them together. And this is exactly how I would veneer the top of a guitar without the lamination. I would cut my veneer and I would cut a piece of styrofoam. This is about 1.5 inches thick, and I would have a piece of plywood cut the same shape as the top of the guitar, with the neck cut out of both the styrofoam and the plywood, so that it would just be the same shape as the piece of veneer. I would cut my piece of veneer a little bit oversized, maybe 1/8 inch bigger than the guitar all the way around, except for the neck. This cut has to be perfect along here and along here. I would fill the pickup cavities with some styrofoam, so that when you press down on it, the veneer doesn't crack into the cavity. This is just to give it a little bit of support. I would then roller some tight bond across the top of this guitar, and then I would lay my veneer down on it. Then I would lay my styrofoam down on it. Then I would put my clamping caul down on it, and then I would just smash the styrofoam like this. So see how the styrofoam just smashes down to the shape of the guitar? So this will give you clamping pressure all the way across all the veneer with no vacuum bag. But once this dries, I've got a couple pieces in there laminated together so that it holds that shape very nicely. So once this dries, I will use that piece of veneer as my test for my epoxy resin to see how much it's going to roll down this hill. So that's coming up, but I thought this was a great example to show you guys, because if I try to show you on a veneer top, all you can see is clamps and wood, and you can't really get a good shot of it. But because this is like a cutaway, it's a great shot of it. So I got a kind of a lot of pressure on there, and all I care about is that I have some smash on the thickest part of the styrofoam. The rest of the styrofoam will smash even more. And then, of course, where the cavities are, you don't want to smash so much that your styrofoam breaks through the veneer into the cavities. So you got to have something in here. After it dries, I take the clamps off, and then I just go around with a file and just file the edge of it off by hand. No tools. It just takes a very, very light touch. You could even use a coarse sandpaper to go around the edge and take that off. And if you do it just right, you can bevel it so that you expose the edge of your binding if you have a bound guitar. But that's what it looks like, but around the whole thing. So I hope you guys got something out of this one. This is a great trick to use without needing a vacuum bag and a compressor and all that drama. I've done it this way many times. Never once have I had any bubbles or problems. So check it out. Pretty cool. Hope you guys like it. Peace.